this is day 3, video 3. I'm really excited about 2 things right now. I just got back to Montana, and I had these amazing things in the mail that came for me. Look at this. It's especially amazing, not just because of the foil pressing and the watercolor and the artwork, but my mom did these. Isn't that amazing? Like, there's all sorts of texture and stuff on there. You probably can't really see it. But she's doing this every week and sending me one. She's an amazing artist. I'll put her website down below. She's got an Etsy page and stuff that has my name in the middle of it. But she's an amazing artist, and I'm trying to get her to encourage her to make it a full-time career because she's that good. And I have so many of these because I was in Colorado for 3 weeks. And I just got back in today. And, that's why I'm excited, because I just showered. I know that sounds weird, but I was never always that excited about showering, but I love showering. I was getting out of the shower today, and I'm like, oh, God, I just love showering. It makes me feel so much better. And, I'm not a morning shower. I'm a night shower. I don't need the shower to wake me up, nor do I need coffee. I just need to get out of bed. But anyway, I was just really appreciating showering and how good it makes me feel, which, here's the context of that story, is that, so 3 years ago, my partner at the time and I were accepted in a Peace Corps and went to Liberia. I was teaching high school algebra, and we were taking bucket baths. That's how you clean yourself. And it's like, 1,000,000,000 degrees there, and but 1,000 times the humidity. It was so hot all the time, which I don't love. Hence why I love Montana. And I take bucket baths. And I remember writing a blog post, actually, before I left for Liberia. If you want that blog, it's earnestadventures.wordpress.com. I'll put it below. But I remember writing a blog post about showering. I must have a thing about showering, which is funny, knowing me. I'd written I just remember appreciating, like, sitting in the shower and knowing that, in the next month or 2 or whenever I was going to be in Liberia and I wasn't going to have access to, an overhead shower. It was going to be, you go to the well, lug your own water, and then just try to get yourself as clean as possible. Although most people in Liberia were a lot cleaner than probably I was. They bucket bath multiple times a day. And so I just it just made me feel really good just then, because I just spent the last 10 hours driving up from Colorado and spent the night in my truck and stuff. So I feel very good right now. I was only in Liberia for 2 months, actually. So Peace Corps is a 27-month commitment, and we were evacuated because of Ebola. So there were 50 of us in our cohort, and people always ask, like, how come you weren't, placed somewhere else? Well, Peace Corps is a 27-month commitment, and so that's, a couple of years of volunteers in 3 countries that they evacuated. Can't place that many people. So we were like a week away from swearing in, and meeting the president. And we were told that we were going to be evacuated because Ebola was, just hitting too close to home. And we had, like, chlorination stations everywhere, hand washing stations everywhere, which is basically just like bleach. Just bleach the crap out of yourself. And we were told that we were going to be evacuated within the week. And so we all went through the range of emotions. We were sad and like upset and just confused and shocked and all this stuff. Because we felt a little bit more removed from it. Ebola wasn't like right in front of our faces. It was in the country, but it wasn't really in our town at all much. Anyway, So we knew we had a week to like say goodbye and pack up all our stuff. And we just spent, like, for Ryan and I, it was my ex and I, it was a year-long process to apply, which is actually pretty short for couples. And sold everything that we owned, gave up awesome rent on our house, and found a new home for our dog, quit our careers. And so it was kind of a weird time. And so we were told that we were being evacuated. We had a few hours of just crying together and being kind of shocked and confused and going through this wide range. And then we were called in a couple hours later, and we're told that we're leaving that night. So we had to go get our stuff and leave and come back to the training center. So that was a crazy night. It was a crazy night. We ended up leaving at like 2 a.m. and typical Liberia travel story, getting stuck in mud, and that's a whole blog post if you want to read that. But anyway, I'm really grateful for living in this country and being privileged to have a roof over my head and running water that I didn't have to work to get. And I feel really lucky, although I still really have the urge to travel. And even though I just got to Montana more recently, I kind of have the urge and the itch to leave again. Or at least to just spend time in other countries. I feel like that's where I learn the most about myself and other people. I looked into Peace Corps. I might look into Peace Corps response positions. Response is like a shorter stint. They're usually like 3 months to a year. And you have to have like 10 years experience in your profession. You're like kind of applying for like a specific job versus Peace Corps, regular Peace Corps, it's more about like what they need and where your skills are. And, it's usually around education, typically. Education, health education, stuff like that. In most countries anyway. So I've looked at response. I might delve back into that. I don't know, but I know I have the urge to travel and to I'm kind of a nomad at heart, so we'll see. Maybe in the next 97 days of videos more will come of that. I've had this urge to go down to Central America and do a Spanish immersion, because that's another, I think I actually mentioned that in video 1, so clearly it's coming up for me a lot that I want to learn to speak Spanish. I struggle with language in general, and just Spanish would be, I think, helpful in this day and age. And I don't really want to be a singular language person, but I've always struggled with language, so I need to make that a priority. Maybe I can create a new habit. Listen to Spanish every day. There's so many apps now. Anyway, I'm going to end this video and get back to work. But I'll post the link for my Liberia blog if you have any interest. It was, like I said, it was only 2 months. Pretty powerful, pretty impactful. And then I'll see if I can get my mom's permission for me to post her pages, because she's an amazing artist and you should definitely check it out. She does all sorts of stuff. Not just painting and mixed medium stuff. She does art, like knitting and all sorts of crazy cool stuff. Okay, well, that's video number 3, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another unplanned, unscripted video of me.